Nir Karin, just tell us about your involvement in Zambian football.
I work 12 years in the Zambian football, represent a lot of national team players, come in here often, so I think by now I'm even part of the Zambian football. First of all, I think Zambia is a good country. Even myself, I like Zambia. I like to come here. I come here a lot. So I think Zambia is a good country. Zambia is very, very peaceful country as I see it. I saw a country with good talent that play, I can say, happy football, positive football. The first player that brought me to Zambia was Chaswe and Sofwa, the late. I brought him to Israel. He passed away, unfortunately. I had to come with his body. And after that, just my heart was hooked up by Zambia. But for me, Chaswe was a fantastic player. I think even today it's difficult to find players at his level. And I think Zambia must be the country to produce the player, to sell the player, and not to buy the player. I think Zambia should focus on the Zambian player, which in general the Zambian player is not average. He's a good player, he knows to play football, he wants to play football, he have ambition. And I think Zambia must to progress them. Zambia must to create their own players, and I think that will also help the national team. I can say also there is a difference to go out to South Africa, to Tanzania, to Egypt, to the Gulf area, to the Saudi Arabia and these countries, than to go to Europe. Myself, I would like to see more players in Europe, less players in South Africa. More players in Europe, less players in Saudi Arabia. Mayuka is example to many of the things we spoke now, because Mayuka in his peak was in Southampton, played in the Premier League, and is one player that he started his career in 18 years old in Israel, and he make everything in his career step by step. First year in Israel he was in academy, then he played professional football with Maccabi Tel Aviv in Israel, then he went to Switzerland, play in Switzerland 2 years, and only then he go to Southampton. So I think he's a good example on how you need to manage the career, to take them and to expose them in a young age, and to make everything step by step. You need to make things correct from the start. You need to give them the good coaching, the good facilities. You need to expose them to new ideas for the football, and then they can grow, and perhaps the sky is the limit. I think now the likes of the under-20, they can break to those leagues. I will not be surprised if Enoch Mwepo or Patson Daka, in 2 years, I think they can play in the biggest clubs in Europe. About Hervé Renard, I think he's a very special man and very special coach. He's my good friend. I think today we can see that he make history not only with Zambia winning the Africa Cup, but also winning the Africa Cup with Ivory Coast and taking Morocco to the World Cup after many, many years. And I think now we can understand why Renard is one of the, not one, surely best coach in Africa, and perhaps one of the best coaches that will be in the World Cup.